Hello, hi, it is me, it is I. Smotan Didi or Haiden Dizzy over internet and Akastrach. I am back. Hello, Yala. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let your people know about me. I had to go change my white shirt from the other video because I spilled coffee on it like a child. Speaking of children, Dineo, I saw that Dineo Moloisane is having her new Manza's press around her kids. You guys know how I feel about that. You got remember the Nani video, Coach Nani, who was telling single women to like pipe down and not have standards. And you guys know how I feel from that incident in terms of like encouraging single women, or single mothers to not have as high standards, thereby allowing any old body or not vetting as much when they allow like men near and around their kids for a number of reasons. I don't care. Like I will never shy away from like talking about children's safety because it may mean that I'm implying something about another person, because I believe we're intelligent enough to understand this isn't like a press issue. Like it's not him, the individual. It is a problem that I see that we have as society, as women, as mothers, as guardians. Men do this as well. Men do everything to the power of, right? They're very talented in like fuckery and shit. So this thing where we're in partnership and then for our convenience, because that's what is happening here. It's not the self-sacrifice that comes with being a parent that a lot of us express a fear around. I don't know if I would be able to sacrifice that much of my time. I don't know if I even have it in me. When we say these things, people want to label us crazy, selfish, bad women, not honoring our biological destiny, all types of rubbish, right? And then we end up in these situations where we see so-called parents parenting in questionable ways. And if we say it, we're reminded about how we don't have kids of our own, so we can't say anything. But bringing a stranger around your children and having them immediately like thrust them, having them perform the role of a parental figure. What are you doing? It is for your convenience, because you would then have to like go to great lengths to meet up with this person far away from your kids, right? Inconvenient. So for your convenience, fuck your kids' safety. And not even just safety as in like their physical harm, like this man could possibly do something to your children, but also just fuck guarding your children's hearts. Fuck guiding they emotions and things like that. Having children bond with people, and then that person is no longer in their lives 3 months later, and they've grown really fond of this person. So they must go through the same heartbreak with you at that young age, therefore like helping them develop all kinds of attachment styles that they need to unpack when they're grown up, right? They don't know why they work so extra hard to try and hold on to things that they should let go of, especially men, especially in relationships, because you did this. Because you thought it's okay, simply because you can't wait for your kids to go to bed and then go and spend time with this person. Or you can't be a person who's like, you're with your kids 5 times, the days of the week, and then at the weekend, perhaps you see this person. Far too inconvenient for you. You want to cuddle, you want to play happy family. Things need to be at your convenience. That is not good parenting. Parenthood cannot be about that. That's why retire by the rest of us. Okay, we've made the calculation of the selflessness that goes into this journey. That is a forever journey, mind you. So I'm rather disappointed in her. I just thought with her kids, I mean, she can do a bunch of stuff for social media, but bringing in some man that she barely knows, Yena self. You don't even know that person that well. But the same people, though, who are having babies with people whom we've never had discussions with around how they want to parent, their beliefs, bitch, you got sickle cell, like nothing. Like we don't have these conversations with people. They just nut in us. And then we find ourselves parenting by ourselves, shocked that we're parenting ourselves. Kanti, guys' parenting style was like hands off all along. It's just we didn't run it past him and we didn't know. So I'm not shocked that we're the same people bringing men into the spaces we share with our children within like 3 months of being in a what do you really know about somebody within that time? Like for real, what can you really say you know about a person within 3 months? Because I'm trying to think now, and not like at my age, if I'm to find myself in that, I don't even think I'd be comfortable enough to meet somebody's children that early on, or somebody's child that early on, and spend time in their environment, because it looks like they're doing a lot of the stuff Dineo is posting seems to be in her home, which is another part of this discussion we got to talk about. Okay, a lot of the stuff seems to be happening in her home, so it's so if something is to happen to them in that space as a result of the stranger being in that space, that like that sanctuary, that thing that was supposed to be their safe space, that gets taken away as well. That's also violated as well, because at your convenience, you just needed to have your man near you. What? What are we doing, guys? And she's not the only one. That's why I'm saying we, because I see it all the time. Like, within a space of like, every boyfriend that you meet, the boyfriend has to come around your children. I say all the time, guys, their relationships are the last. You don't need to have this person around your children because you know it's going to be over in 6 months. So, what's the rush to get this person to meet your kids? The other thing is the baddies are a mark, and the baddies on. I told you guys, okay, that Mikhaili is going to come out and tell us that she was buying her own roses. Did she not come out and tell us she paid for that trip to Mexico? Or when she got to Mexico, boy's card was declining and she had to start paying for stuff? You guys are a mark. They dangle just enough to rope you in. And once they have you roped in, because why are we spending so much time at Danella's house? If boy really got it like that, if he's balling like that, why are we always it can't be because she just wants to spend all of this time with her children. That, please don't give me that rubbish. Do not give me that. She could put her children to bed and then her mother can stay with them or whomever, and then she can go see this person. But a lot seems to be happening at our house. My baby, you are the resource. Okay? You are the bag. And I don't think you understand that. They dangle just enough to rope you in. And because of your ego and all of that stuff, once you roped in, you don't want to admit to the rest of us too early on that, oh my God, this is not what I thought it was. Right? So you find yourself paying for this and paying for that. And, you know, oh, you can come over to mine. It's easier that way. Easier for who? Easier for what and whom? Easier for that man's pockets. I'm not suggesting you don't got it like that. I would never suggest anything that's sinister. But why are they always at her house, around her children, whom she's not protecting their hearts or their physical safety? That's what I said about, like, I don't care to not say something, because far too often in our communities, as Black people, we're so concerned with the feelings of the grown up that we don't advocate for the person who cannot speak up for themselves, and that's the child, right? We now can't come here and say, hey, these men shouldn't just get, because how should Press feel? Press can feel what the fuck he wants to feel. It's not about him. But we do that, right? We don't want to say anything that's suggestive of anything. And in doing so, and oh my God, like, perpetrators love us for this. They love us. Or you could destroy somebody's life with such an accusation, as if that person is a predator, if they're to prey on your child, that would not alter that child's existence from that point forward. I don't get the logic, and I'm never going to keep quiet about it. Stop letting these losers around your children. Okay? Not just your girl children, all your children. The boys too. You cannot have men walking in and out. You're displaying something to them. Your girls as well. You can't be involved with me mang mang this week, mang mang, and they're seeing all these people. What are they learning in terms of like how people are supposed to relate to each other in a romantic sense from observation? Because again, we emulate more than we listen and then do what it is we've been told to do. We'll model the behavior more than we will do that. And this, so when you're switching them out, like underwear, what are your children supposed to gather from that? And then later on, when they start dating and they're young women and they seem to have the same pattern, or they have like I said, the need to want to hold on so tight because they experience heartbreak so early on, who are you blaming for that? Because we've seen parents don't want to account for. We talk a lot about Black parents who want to be held accountable for the things they've put us through. That now, why is this? Is it serious? Parenthood is not supposed to be convenient. It is literally your responsibility to take care of that little person. They're emotional as well as they're physical. Bringing these losers around these kids. Mwah. Bye, Yella.